Hello everybody, how you doing? Been a while since I've been in touch with you guys. I have been nonstop busy. We've had track meets, we had archery tournaments. Today we had a soccer game. I just came from a soccer game. Rained like crazy the second half. No lightning, no thunder, so we played and got soaked to the bone. So I finally dried out and warmed up a little bit. And I'm out here in the garage. I gotta start organizing this garage so I can get both cars in. I don't have to clean it completely, because I would like to design some shelves for this back wall that a lot of this stuff will go up on. But I need to get the garage straightened up enough to where I can pull both of my vehicles in. I don't like parking outside. So that's what I'm gonna work on today. I've got a big cabinet over here. You can't really see it. It's behind this white table. It was back where the trailer is, and I moved it over there. And I noticed when I moved it that the back was just this little thin cardboard stuff. And it's all warped and nasty looking. There's gaps in it, you know, and I thought, but I'm going to empty that thing out completely, and I'm going to pick me up a piece of probably MDF or maybe some plywood. I'll check the prices, but I just want to get a 4x8 sheet because that's the size of the cabinet, and nail that on there and get rid of that cardboard. It's cardboard. It folds open. It's got like a fake brown. Well, this has a gray look to it. You know, it's supposed to look like it's plastic or something. I don't know. So we're going to get rid of that. First thing I got to do is I got a light bulb out in my garage right there. You can't really see it. It's right up here behind this bar, and there's 4 bulbs up there, and that one's out. And I finally have made it to the end of my incandescent bulbs. So I'm going to be installing an LED. We've lived in this house a little over a year, and I had a stash of incandescents, and man, we've been going through light bulbs like crazy. I don't know what it is with incandescent bulbs. They just don't hold up. So we bought recently a bunch of LEDs, and our thought was use up what you got, and then when they're gone, just start replacing with LEDs. So I'm going to replace that. And I got one more thing I got to do today. I went in my garage, and there is a baby bunny rabbit living in my shop. I saw him run around the house on Wednesday when I was cutting the grass, and I guess he ducked into the garage to hide. And I walked in today, and something shot across the floor, and I kind of jumped a little bit. And then I realized it was hopping, not running. So it was not a mouse or a rat, it was a bunny. He's not even as big as a baseball. He's a tiny little devil. And what worries me is he's been in there since Wednesday. Well, I wanted to open the door and let him out. And my family is worried that if he's been in there that long, there's nothing to eat. So they've laid celery out in there. So hopefully he'll get a little something to eat. And then we need to open the door and shoo him out and let him go back to nature. And, you know, he does not need to be a domestic pet. He can't. They want to keep him. I said, no, this is a wild animal. He needs to be in his element. So we're going to put him out. So fun stuff today. So I'm just going to really work on the garage. Let you guys know something. The other day, I am going to try to do an ink pen tomorrow. And what I did is, instead of doing one ink pen, I'll give you guys a quick update on this. I went out and I pulled my little brown book up, and I went to page 1 and I flipped through and I started picking pens, and I made it to page 2 and I pulled 8 pen ideas out of the book from the first 2 pages. I also have a pen that I kind of gathered the materials up the other day. I didn't really start on. But what I did is I grabbed my computer and I pulled up Excel, and I just put in there, I listed the names of the 8 pens, and I put supplies, the header supplies, the header prep work, and the header process. And I typed up everything I could think of, everything I thought of that I would need for each pen. I put it below the pen. Everything, any prep work I might need, like a couple of them I need to build like a little box to hold everything. You know, and everything I could think of, you know, cut this, do that, anything I could think of for the process. I put it all in a spreadsheet. Now, with having that, I'm hoping once I get done with the garage today, tomorrow to go out and start with supplies. I know what I need, gather up every single supply and have it ready to go. Then I know what my prep work is. I can work on prep work as I get to the processes. The same process applies to multiple pens. So instead of doing this process on 1 pen, I'll do it on, say, 4 or 5. So my hope is to be able, over the course of the next couple days, as I get time, to make 8 or 9 pens. Because I'm going to have glue dry time, so I can just go from one to the other. But I want to make a bunch of pens, and then over the course of the next few weeks, I'm hoping to start releasing some videos again. I know it's been a long time, but the kid activities are keeping me busy. So anyway, that's where I'm at today. Just wanted to give you an update. I'm going to get busy on my jobs, and I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on. All right, we'll see you in a minute. The garage is not perfect, but I can get 2 cars in now. There are a couple of things right there. That's hard to do in reverse. That need to get put away. My wife was going to take a look at them. They were in her van when we sold it, but I can get 2 cars in here. That's good enough. I got to get the plywood for the back of my, whoa, sorry about that, back of my big cabinet, and a few more things in there. I'll empty that out, put the plywood on the back of it, and let me show you what the plywood looks like right now. I said plywood, I meant cardboard. That's all it is cardboard, and you can see how it's just warping off from the dampness out here in the garage. So I'm going to get a nice piece of 1/4 inch plywood, or maybe MDF, and I'll go ahead and put that on there. So I'll empty the cabinet completely out, put that on the back, reload the cabinet, and I'm going to go through everything and get rid of the stuff I haven't dealt with in a while. There's a lot of stuff in there that's just been shoved in there as we moved in, and truth of the matter is I probably don't need it, so I'm going to do a little cleaning out. Between that and I've got 20 pallets to disassemble, that's going to free up a ton of space in this garage. Those are the main things I've got. And then we got a box there that we need to drop off at the Goodwill. So it's coming together little by little. I'm just happy that we can park in here now, and I got the trailer up out of the way, and I'm ready to move into the other garage, or the shop. I really want to work on some pins. It's Saturday, and I've got the itch bad to make something, but my dust collector right here needs a little work, and my shop needs a lot of work. So I think what I'm going to do is, since I'm already in the cleaning mode, I think I'm going to work on just kind of straightening up, nothing major, just get stuff put where it goes, vacuum up all the sawdust and shavings on the floor. It's pretty well wrecked. Get it cleaned up a little bit, and that'll free up the space for me to start preparing to make the pins. And if I have any additional time tonight, I may go up there and work on that just a little bit. But I think I'm going to dedicate tomorrow to trying to get a couple of pins done, or at least one, so I can put together a video for you guys early next week. Time to get cleaning. I'll keep you posted. Hello everybody, how you doing? I've been working on cleaning the shop. I gathered up all the wood that people have sent me over the last month and a half, and I wrote their name on each piece. That way, you know, that I put it up in the loft, and that way when I bring it down and use it, I can say, hey, this wood was from so-and-so, and I can thank them. The other thing I've been doing is just cleaning up generally, but I added a light right there. What's got me worried though is it's the same light that I added over here over the lathe, but the bulbs have kind of a dull spot in the middle. Let me get you closer and see if you can tell. Notice this dull spot here. I don't know if it's just because the bulbs have been setting for a long time and they're cold and that'll change as they warm up, or what. I may have just got a bad batch of bulbs. I don't know. I'm going to watch that for a little bit and see what happens, but I'm really happy to have a light over my table here, and you can see I've got a bunch of stuff cleared off of it. I got a long way to go, but it's going to be nice to have the additional light there, because I want to start using that table to work on. So I got to get this cleaned up because it's been too long. But I'm just going to go back to cleaning, and we're going to see what we get done tonight. I'm rolling. I'm on a roll, and I'm just going to keep going and going and going, and do the best that I can tonight. And then, like I said, tomorrow is going to be about pins. And then I need to work on my dust collector, but we'll see where we can squeeze that one in. All right, I'll keep you posted. All right, guys, I'll show you what I've been working on. I do want to give you an update. The light finally all kicked in. I guess the bulbs were just cold from setting for so long. You see a couple clamps hanging there on the top of my loft. What happened is, you don't see it now, but I didn't put these two, or lag these two boards together, and there was a gap forming. It was starting, the outside board was starting to curve out. The inside board, of course, is attached in here to the stringers. So I'm running a couple of lags in each opening. The last I have to do is put 3 lags in here. I've already got those over there. And that closes up that gap and makes sure that that board, staying together like that, it's going to have its most rigidity, be able to hold the most weight. I don't know that it would have made a huge difference, but it bothered me, so I went ahead and decided to fix it. And what my plan is to go ahead and run a sander across the front of the loft. And I think I'm going to hang some things up there. I have some decorations. I'm thinking also maybe stickers. I have a lot of people that sent me their shop stickers, and I have never come up with a good place to display them. And I'm thinking that might actually be a great spot right across the front of that loft. So I'll let you know. I got to take a break for a few minutes before I finish those 3, and I need to go pick up my kiddos, and I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll start fiddling with this again and see where we get. I'll keep you guys posted. Hey everybody, I'm back from picking up the kiddos. They're all home. I need to go in and grab a shower, but but I'm real happy. Let me kind of show you a little bit about of what I did here with my table. Of course, I went ahead and hung the light. I'm real happy with that. And I've got the table cleaned off, and down at the end here, these were a couple of projects that I had put on the table that had sort of gotten buried in all the junk, but it's cleaned off now, and I've got a great workspace. And tomorrow I'll be able to begin setting up my supplies for my pins and doing some prep work. You know, I don't know that I'll get anything completed tomorrow, but at least with my list, I'll be able to move several pins forward in hopes of having a couple of videos later in the week. And I've also got one that I want to get working on tomorrow. I got my pin kit. I'm doing a collaboration, and I'll tell you more about it later, but I've got a custom blank that was made, and I just got the pin kit that I'm going to put on that blank, and I haven't opened the box yet, so I can't show it to you because I want to open the box as part of the collaboration video. So I may do that first thing tomorrow because I'm pretty excited about it, and you know, looking forward to getting it done. But with that, it is 25 till 9. I'm ready to call it an evening. I'm real happy with my progress. I got everything done up here, you know, put back in. I need to sand it, like I said, and then we'll figure out how we're going to decorate it. But I got my lag bolts in. I got all my screws back in on the plywood on the top, so everything is nice. The gap is closed up, and I shouldn't have that issue again. I'm happy with the shop. I made a lot of progress. There's still a long way to go, but I figured tomorrow I'll work on pins a little bit. You know, there'll be some glue dry time, different things like that. And I'll just keep working a little bit here and there in the shop until I get it complete. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me. I had a great evening today, or a great day today altogether. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'll keep you posted on what's happening then. Take care, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.